It's me, Michelle. That 17-year-old in your 8th grade biology class. I'm not actually 17. I'm just well-developed, which is why you think I'm going to give you cigarettes. You also think I'm older than I am because I know a lot about sex, but that's because my mom's a nurse. That's why I'm also not going to give you cigarettes. I know your mom doesn't want you to hang out with me. It's not because she thinks I'm 17 and I'm going to give you cigarettes. It's because she thinks I'm a lesbian. I might be. Who knows? I'm only 14. And who cares? It's 1997. We're on the cusp of the future. Everything's going to go to shit as soon as the computers explode in 2000. Anyway, want to come down to the basement? I won't give you cigarettes, but your friends are here.
You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. Your friends are here. Your friends are here.
Hey, everybody. It's me, your friend Davis Banta. Oof. How are you doing? Hanging in there? I sure hope so, because that means you're watching this. That's right. Right? I care about people in my own self-interest. It's called the virtue of selfishness. I'm Ayn Rand. I'm not. I hate her so much. But I don't hate you. I love all of you for joining us tonight for this very special show. I'm really excited about what we're going to do tonight. For those of you that know, this is a free improv show that sometimes uses sketch or just weird stuff, and we just try to entertain you for about 90 minutes or so, like every week, while we're all locked in at home. But we do a lot of short form, like games with structures, and we're going a little outside the box again this week. So you'll see a bunch of scenes from various inspirations, but less Whose Line Is It Anyway style games. And we got a very special guest to help us with those scenes. Just before I go into introducing him, I want to also let you know we're flipping scripts on you tonight. There's script flipping happening. What? Because of me flipping all these scripts. We got another one. We used to have.
There were scripts in improv.
Yeah, well, that's because they were upside down, and now I'm flipping them again, but they're still sideways. So here's the deal. This is free, and it's a lot of fun to just sit and watch, and feel free to do that. We are an improv sketch troupe, and we are trying to up our production value. So we appreciate any donations, but I'm just going to mention this like a couple times during the show briefly. We used to have like an Eventbrite. I'm going a different route. So there's a couple ways you can, if you like the content of the show, you can toss us something at Venmo at your friends. Guys, this is improv, and you're like, what? But in my computer, how can I speak to you? Well, there's a little chat box. It's live, and I can see everything you type. I can see everything you type. So, like, don't think I can't see the weird stuff you type, okay? And I'm into it. Just letting you know. So when we ask for stuff, please, like a suggestion, we're going to incorporate it into scenes later on. I'm going to toss out a request for, what's the title? What's the title of the last book you read? So that's what I'm asking you to do. Type it in the chat, just the name of the last book you read. You don't need to tell me anything else about it, and we'll probably use it for a scene later. I'm also going to bring up our guest. More script flipping. Usually I bring up the guest last. I'm going to bring him up right now. It's Mr. Alexander Valenti Eichenbaum.
Hello, coming to you live from
Yes.
sunny Seattle.
Oh, how sunny is it?
It's sunnier than they let you think, actually.
Yeah, I ask gotcha questions on this show, like.
Yeah, I know.
Let you slide.
The deep questions. I didn't expect the third degree on this show. Honestly, I thought we were friends. So.
Oh, we are. It's just I interrogate all my friends.
That's healthy.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ike, it's a joy to have you on the show tonight. We did a podcast. I just have to get this out of the way. I don't think we're going to get anything from it, but we bonded over a podcast we did that was from your concept. It was called January Boys. Can you explain that in a nutshell?
So January Boys, a January Men fan cast is a fan cast of over an 8-film franchise that we made up whole cloth from just improvising it. The premise of the first film is it's an art film about 2 young men finding love in rural Montana right by the beach. And those young men are also Jeb Bush and Joe Biden. Jeb Bush, of course, played by Hannibal Buress, and Joe Biden played by himself. So it's a little bit of a tough thing to record when the president might actually listen to it.
We were constantly worried about that. That's why we went on hiatus, right? We were like,
I got a letter from the CIA, and they were like, hey, that love affair was secret and sacred, and you should never. So.
Nice. So that's you got a lot of other stuff going on as well, but that's a strange thing that we did. It's close to my heart. It's deeply weird.
Check it out. It's still on. You can get it on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple iTunes.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a lower third or something on the show, certainly at the end as well. I want one thing. So this is one of the things that Ike is going to be bringing to the show, besides his own pleasant self. He is also a artist and a dungeon master. I'll tell you how the Dungeon Master stuff is going to play in later. But first off, I want to put in the artist thing. This is why I brought you on at the start. Ike, if you could put on, let's see, I don't know how he's numbered or lettered these paintings and doodles. Let's put on number 3. He's named them file types. They're like doodles from a journal and paintings he's done. So throw that up on the screen via screen if you would, Ike. And I'm going to ask you, the audience, one last question before I bring on our improvisers. Oh, there we go. Can we zoom in on that a little bit? Or yeah, so this is, you can see all this beautiful stuff. What's he saying in that?
He says, I'm in a band. You want fries with that or what? This is just
nice.
This is from my college journal. There was supposed to be math notes here.
Nice. So, yes, audience, take a look at that right there. And I want you to type in also, like, maybe the title of that art piece. So we'll start off with a lot of titles we'll go through. So I asked for book titles. Now, just what would you, if were you the artist, entitle this work? Alrighty. Great. Type that in the chat. Thanks, Ike. Let's take that off the screen right now. If you don't remember that picture, just what would you title what you remember it looking like? Thanks, Ike.
No worries.
And now I'm going to bring on the improvisers, your friends and mine. Let's bring them up. Starting off with Mr. Daniel Ruiz.
Hey, everybody.
Daniel, how you doing tonight?
I'm actually glad that you flipped the script because that gave me just enough time to shove my dinner down my gullet.
Oh, that's so great. That's... Oh, but not, you couldn't fit the soda in there? In that
Sure,
time?
soda.
Wink. Daniel, what would you ask the audience? What suggestion would you glean from them tonight to inspire our scene work?
Oh, okay. I mean, there's always one thing I always want to know about the audience is, what are you thinking about when I'm lying next to you in bed?
Audience, what do you think about when Daniel is lying next to you in bed? Let us know in the chat. We'll use that for our scenes. All right, thank you, Daniel. Next up, I'm going to bring on Mr. Jacob Ellis.
Oh.
Hello there.
Hello.
Am I talking to Jacob or the duck?
You're talking to both of us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
Oh, you're talking. You can talk to me though if you want.
I would love to.
I can set Tim over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give Tim a break.
All right. Take a 5.
Jacob, you doing all right this fine rainy evening in where a lot of us are in Santa Cruz County? For me, it's rainy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Aptos, where you're at?
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing good. Little lack of sleep. Other than that, I'm doing great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jacob, what would you request from the audience as a suggestion?
Oh man, I'm very quick on my feet. Which is why I'm not gonna be fumbling while I'm asking.
Never.
A question.
Not in the dream state.
I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna ask him right now.
And you wouldn't just vamp with words.
No. Just the fillers with sound.
No, you'd come out and say it.
I would just right away. That's the kind of guy. That's the kind of guy I am. Which brings me to my questions for the audience. Why did you do it?
Audience, why did you do it?
Why did you do it?
Tell us why you did it.
I want you to, and you know what? Those people who are watching who aren't going to tell me why you did it, I actually want you to put your fingers onto the, tell me why.
Tell him. He's not playing around. That's what he's saying. He wants to know why you did it. Put it in the chat.
That's it.
All right. Thanks, Jacob. Next up, I'm going to bring up Miss Lizzie Prindle. Lizzie, you look beautiful tonight. May I say?
I didn't have time to shave.
No need. Lizzie, you love suggestions. You love asking questions. What
I love asking
would you like to ask the audience for one right now? This is all we're gonna piece all this together in all these scenes later, and so we're getting them out of the way right at the front, folks.
I have a very important question, which is, in your wildest dreams, where would Davis go to have a fight to the death?
Audience, in the context of your dreams, where would I go to have a fight to the death?
Don't worry about why I need to know that. I just need
just answer the question. Just answer the question. In your dreams, where would I go to fight someone to the death? All right. Thanks, Lizzie. Pop your answer to that question in the chat. We're getting to the home stretch of all our talented improvisers. Carrie, Browde, come on up.
Oh, hello.
Oh, almost. Oh, there she is.
Here I am.
But by the bright light of the moon.
Yep,
Oh,
I'm
and disappearing
probably
a
a
little
little bit glitchy.
A
Am I
little bit.
slow? Always.
Oh, you're catching up a bit. All right. She's catching up.
I am.
Carrie?
Yes. Davis.
How you doing?
I'm doing like way better than I was a month ago.
That's great. That's a marked improvement. I wish I could say that.
Yeah. I will
probably
say I've interacted with 2 people from Seattle today, and I only made a dumbass out of myself by complaining about rain to one of them.
Well,
So there we go.
There we are. Carrie, what's your suggestion, your request for a suggestion from the chat?
Ooh, man. Well, I guess, if you could bury something in a doll. Oh, okay. It's what would you have as the last Russian nesting doll in your Russian nesting doll of horrors?
This is the most accessible question we've had yet. Yeah.
Like what would you make a Russian nesting doll out of?
Okay, let's go with that. If you had the power to make your own Russian nesting doll, well, bloop, 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 lots of smaller ones inside the big one.
Yes.
Nesting doll out of anything. What would you make it of?
It works better that way.
What would you make
way better
your Russian nesting doll of? All right, great.
Yep, that's my question. Bye.
A person I am going to introduce at the beginning. There's another special person I'll thank at the end, but the last person coming up now is Mr. Max Bennett-Parker.
It's me.
There he is. He's providing from New York. Live from New York, it's Max Bennett-Parker. He's providing this beautiful musical score for us tonight and for you, your audience.
See, and I do it a very special way. I don't actually have any musical equipment.
No.
I'm playing my lap.
Yeah. And it's just a very musical lap.
Musical lap.
Yeah. Max, I'm also going to ask humbly, beseechingly, do you have a question for the audience?
Yeah, a question for the audience. Yeah, well, if where can we find you of an evening on a, let's say, a Wednesday evening? Midweek, hump week evening. Where can we find you?
Where could we find you on a Wednesday
Where
evening?
can we find you on a Wednesday evening?
Where could we find you on a Wednesday evening? Feel free to make it up if the answer is just at home. Feel free to lie for these if it's interesting. We can't tell the difference between lies and truth. We're like the internet itself.
Well, we're after something more. We're after a deeper truth anyway, right? A truth that might not line up with objective reality precisely, but gets at the core of something truthful within us all.
There you go.
So tell us that.
Tell us that. Tell us that truth.
Tell us your innermost truth.
All right. Now that the intros are done for now, we're going to use one of these suggestions. Everybody back up for a second. I'm just going to toss us we're going to get a scene. Remember, it was inspired by that graphic, that piece of art.
Could we see it? Could we see it again?
One last time.
You got it.
This is going to be the starting where it's going to be a game called Last Line, First Line. This is just the only formatted game we're going to do, but it's got a lot of scenes. So we're going to take something from this art, and we're going to start a scene. And then whenever Ike plays whenever Ike has the power, I'm going to play the sound. You're going to hear a lot of this sound tonight, briefly. But for this game, when you hear that sound, the scene is over and a new scene is going to begin. New characters, new situation, no connection. But they begin it with the last sentence. All right. Daniel and Carrie, I want you to start off the scene. What do you get from that piece of art? That's all you get.
So much.
Just start off the scene. And I can Carrie, you're all right? Your connection coming in?
Yep. I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm starting
I can hear
scene.
you. I just cannot see you. There
That's
we are.
okay. I'm Mamoon.
All right. They're going to start a scene from that piece of Ike's art.
Man, Saturday morning cartoons have really gone downhill.
Yeah, no. There's just no creativity anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think they tried to be a little meta for a while, but now it's just like, oh, I'm a dinosaur. I'm exploding. Here's my hand and putting it in a garage. What is that?
What is that?
Look, don't be mad. You got to promise you won't be mad.
Okay, every time you tell me to promise not to be mad, I just get mad. Okay, I promise to try and not get mad.
Okay. Okay. You said you promised not to be mad.
That's not okay.
Oh,
Yep.
It's fighting me. It's fighting me.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh no, Jerry!
Just hold on. You're gonna love it.
Jerry!
Go. There he is.
Gosh, dang it, Jerry!
What?
I told you if you got one more mini dinosaur in this house, I was gonna go Okay, I just need to breathe for a second. Okay.
You want to smooch him? Oh, he'll lick you.
He's very cute. He's very freaking cute, Jerry.
Yeah. He needed a home. He needed a forever home.
He needed a forever home.
Hmm?
And I think that we can provide that for him. Sure, he's green and bumpy, but so am I in certain places.
Amy, I think you have the biggest, warmest heart out of all the other orphans that I've met here, but this is no place for a beautiful, tiny little creature, one of a kind.
Are we not all in this beautiful orphanage, beautiful tiny little creatures in God's eyes? Look into his eyes and say that you don't want them staying with us, warm-hearted orphans.
I don't want you staying with us orphans.
Sorry. Go, my goodness.
You see what happens, Timmy? You see what happens?
You see what happens, Timmy?
I do. At least I think I do. I can't
Don't
really
use your
tell.
psychic power. Don't shine into my brain. Don't use your shining powers to talk into my brain without moving your mouth. Just talk normal if you can. I keep telling you, I don't like it when you shine.
I know, but I did that thing where I froze time again, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor, Professor.
Yeah, you can just call me Professor Doctor.
Okay, Professor Doctor.
Oh man, boy, I'll bet I look like a loony just talking to this frozen child.
Well, I feel pretty silly too. If you must know the truth.
Oh, now look what you've done to your brother. Look how
Tommy, if you could speed up a little, maybe it would make me move again. Oh, that's real fast.
Yep.
Is it working? Is it working, Tom?
Nope. Just the same, Timmy.
Well, I guess.
Oh, and there goes Tommy.
You know what, Doc? I'm real sorry. I'll go take myself out back and
And
do my own self in.
You'll turn your own self in to the shining police?
I'll do my own self in.
Oh, you'll do your own self in. No, just turn your...
I will do my own self in. If you don't love me anymore, I'm gonna freak out.
Bethany, you know I love you. Don't turn yourself in, Bethany.
No!
All this over a trip to IKEA.
It wasn't just a
I'm
trip.
sorry I had such a terrible experience at IKEA. It's just the most overwrought department store ever.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for making the meatballs the way I did. I couldn't stop crying, so they were all teary.
They're so salty, Sven.
That's not how my Nona made me make them when I was a boy.
Where's your Nona? Where's your Nona?
Nona, she's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
Nona. Oh, my Swedish Nona with the Swedish meatballs.
And I am sorry for faking my death.
Nona!
Nona.
Wait,
And scene.
It's me.
It was him. You saw that twist at the end? It was him. It was a dramatic reveal, and we cut it off.
I wasn't actually Nona. It was me, Jacob.
It was Jacob.
Oh, it was Jacob all along.
I really thought it was Nona.
I got you guys.
You did. Oh, you got us so good, Jacob. You got us so good. I got angry about it. So that's last line, first line. Now, here's where all these suggestions are gonna come to roost. We're gonna do a bunch of scenes just inspired by these, and Ike is gonna have a little bit of Dungeon Master power. He has been a DM, parentheses, Dungeon Master. For those of you who are not in the Dungeons and Dragons know, that is the one who controls the world and tells us, he rolls the players can roll the dice or the DM can roll it. In this context, Ike is going to roll the dice. He's got his, and he's going to hit that ding button at any point in these little scenes that we're going to do. And that means we have to pause for a second, and he's going to roll for probability on whatever offer we just made. He'll tell us what he's rolling on and how we succeed or fail. So you'll get the hang of it. You'll get the gist of it. It was really fun in rehearsal, and I really enjoyed it. So it adds this unpredictable element to it. You excited, Ike, to control our fates?
So excited. I do that in my spare time, but we're not going to get into that. Let's do this.
All right. Not getting into it. All right. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of some of these suggestions. Oh, here's one. I like this from Robert Wyckoff. Breeding and raising crickets. Let's do a scene beginning with the offer of breeding and raising crickets. Let's just start.
So, you know when it's really quiet? Like when you say something.
Not anymore.
No, when you say something weird and bad.
Yes,
and nobody says anything.
God.
Wouldn't you like to have something to fill that silence?
Sarah, I know.
Jeffrey, I'm telling you.
The cricket, I can't take the crickets anymore.
But Jeffrey!
Just you hear them.
I know, they're there to support you. Look. Crickets, hang on one sec. Now, make one of your jokes.
What? You just...
Make one of your jokes.
Okay, I'm going to put a pin in your ability to command the crickets at will. Okay, but you want me to tell... Okay. A guy walks into a bar. Ouch.
Okay, so we're going to roll for your charisma modifier and see how effective that is. Ooh, that is an 18 plus your natural charisma of +1, so that is a success.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, that one was actually...
Were you trying to get them to like come in like chirp, chirp, chirp?
Yeah, because Jeffrey, usually you're not funny, but that was actually pretty hilarious.
I've been working on it. I've been watching a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway, and like old time comedy specials, like old timey, like from the 20s. I don't know. It works for me.
Oh yeah, because you're a white guy. So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're gonna roll for that sick burn. Yeah, that is a success. Davis, you take damage.
Yeah, well, okay. My mom always said that we had some Native American blood, and I know that's a thing white ladies always say, but I just like to...
It's just, I don't like... A lot of them do say that.
I check off other on the census, right?
Why? Okay. I genuinely want to know why.
Because I want to stick it to the man.
By pretending that you're a minority?
Pretend it's such a weird word.
I mean, look, I check off other too.
Okay, yeah, so there you go.
But right? Because I'm like white passing.
Okay.
Because I'm Jewish.
Oh God, this debate again. Look.
All I'm saying is that some people don't consider us to be white. So
yeah, I know this is we keep having this discussion about. First off, the crickets are keeping me up at night. I'm not dropping that.
Oh, but
I haven't been sleeping. Are you sure they're kosher? I know you're trying to brand them as a kosher alternative.
Well, I'm not eating them.
No, but you're trying to market. You keep using these terms like you're trying to market them to a Jewish audience.
Yeah.
As a non-kosher, as like
but more of like a borscht belt, like kind of kosher. Like, hey, if your comedy's not kosher, bring in the crickets.
Okay, here's another thing. I feel like you keep trying to integrate. You keep acting like my comedy chops are not good, and then you keep bringing up this borscht belt thing. You're trying to be the funny one. You're trying to establish that you're the funny one.
Okay, so we're gonna roll an insight check on that one. Is she trying to be the funny one? That's a failure. So you're uncertain, but you suspect.
Look, it's just that I've been watching a lot of Maisel lately, and
and that's different from.
It's different from me actually thinking that I'm funnier than you are. It's just that it's like I watched a lot of Rodney Dangerfield when I was a kid, so I got really into ladybugs, and then that probably turned into crickets or something.
And this isn't from that time that you bombed at the club and the crickets literally started chirping? Because it was an entomology gathering that night?
you would have thought the people who handle grasshoppers would have appreciated a joke about kangaroos, but I guess it made them hopping mad. See, crickets, that would have been a good spot for crickets, right? Though?
Boy.
What if the crickets... Jeffrey, what if the crickets are the punchline? And we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All right. I'm game. What are you thinking here?
So, you make a joke that's like intentionally so bad that it would be met with aghast, embarrassed silence, and then crickets.
It's like ironic or concept. So we market these to stand-ups themselves, so they make it part of the act.
Exactly. And then we take a commission. It's like when you...
the crickets get 10%, right?
Exactly. Well, and we get the 10%.
Exactly.
The crickets, what are they going to spend it on?
Yeah, look,
GameStop stock?
The crickets don't need it, right? I mean, we're providing everything they need, right?
Everything they need.
Yeah. Like, I mean...
We're going to roll an investigation check to see if the crickets want in on that money. That's a 17. You think that they might want in on the cut?
I mean, I did.
Yeah, let's walk over here.
I did. Okay,
get over
so I did
corner.
get a letter from the cricket in Times Square. Apparently, he's a lawyer now,
of course, right? Cricket goes to the city, he becomes a lawyer. Right?
Yeah,
right.
and he may have mentioned something about like insuring a Stradivarius, and that's like crickets, and blah, 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 blah. Basically they wanted 15% of whatever I was going to make off of them. But I figure I was never great at math, so I just give them a couple bucks. What do they know? They don't know how much comedians make. They're crickets.
All right, and if a few go missing and become like little cricket munchies that we ship off to snack bars.
Oh, you still got that snake with the propeller hat?
Yeah. Of course I got the snake with the propeller hat. I mean, he's the guy that goes out and tells him, right? You get him in conversation about the crickets, and then you seal the deal with the cute snake and the propeller hat.
Yeah, he just eats a couple.
Yeah, show you like, oh, if a snake will eat him, I can eat him.
Yeah, maybe we don't feed him the mouthy ones. The leggy ones? I don't know, however they make the noise, but we feed him the ones that are, getting a little too big for their britches and not in a musical kind of way.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's pretty clear what our business model is now. We've pretty clearly defined it here.
Yes, we sell crickets, or we rent crickets to comedians as the punchline, and then we take 10% and the crickets get whatever they get.
Yeah, the crickets get what they get, and if anyone complains, maybe they become cookies. Become cricket cookies.
I like this plan. Full of protein.
All right. Sounds good. I'll box up some crickets.
All right. Crickets, you can sing again.
Come on in.
Yeah, see?
Now it's music to my ears. Cha-ching.
Sound of money.
And scene. There we are. That's how that works, right? Oh, let's come up with Ike. Can you bring up another of your drawings?
Sure thing.
We probably, we're going to use it for another scene here, and I'm going to take a suggestion from the chat. So we need 2 players up for another scene, and I have another suggestion for the suggestion from the chat I really liked. There it is. Okay.
Okay. Now we're gonna. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom.
Get the screen share going there. Let's get maybe Lizzie and Daniel up. Oh, look at that. There we go. Yeah. So Lizzie and Daniel, take a look at this piece of art. If you have any questions for Ike, anything you want to glean to start the scene, I'll let him know now. Otherwise, just kind of take it in.
Were you craving a popsicle when you birthed this piece?
It was hot out and I was sad. So yes, in a way, probably.
I think this could work with the suggestion I'm going to pull. It was hot out and it was sad. Cool. Daniel, any question?
No.
Nah, Daniel's a pro. All right. So your inspiration is that work of art. And the suggestion from the chat from Morgan Peters, her suggestion was famous last words. Famous last words and this melty popsicle art. And go.
God. It is so hot.
Unbearably so. Unbearably so.
I mean, is the fan working yet?
I think I'd put up with this heat and not turn on the fan. It was the first thing I attempted to do.
Okay. I was just asking, Gerald, okay? Jeez.
Listen, okay. I know it's just the heat, but some days you just really... It's like you're shoving a stick up me. And it's uncomfortable. And I don't like it.
We're gonna roll for the effectiveness of that attack. Okay, so that is an 8. It's not very effective. You are incensed that he would even approach you.
You're going to approach me with your bullshit, sir. You know what? I don't like you, and I'm regretting. There.
Francina, I'm sorry if I misspoke. I wouldn't want this to be my last words under your employ. I've had a rough time of it, is all. Look, it's not just the fan here that doesn't work. My air conditioning at home broke down a month ago. My car ran out of Freon, so it's kinda cool, but not really cold.
Well, I hear you, Gerald. That sounds terrible. It also explains why your shirts are now disgusting. I mean, maybe we can work something out. You fix the fan, and I will let you borrow it on the weekends.
Okay, so we're gonna roll for persuasion on that. That is a critical fail. That is an outrageous. How dare she even suggest this?
You think that's it? You think I help you run this company? I do about 50% of the work, and I get the fan for the weekends? A mere, 10% of the week? No. No. If I'm gonna fix the fan, you get it for the weekend.
I am the boss. Okay? I need that fan for the amount of work that my body has to do to deal with you. Okay?
Well, perhaps like the blade of a fan, it's time for things to turn around here.
Well, hello there, folks. Excuse me. I'm but a humble traveling fan salesman. Making my way through these parts. I don't suppose you'd have anything that could quench the thirst of a parched individual, specifically myself.
We absolutely do, Gerald.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm the boss.
You this?
Oh, I can see.
My name's Wanda.
Wanda.
Cold. Well, not so cold anymore, but push pop.
Oh, push pop, eh?
Mm-hmm.
For your fan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. You have converted this mere courtesy into a business proposition.
Yeah, that's our Gerald.
And you said I thought you said you were the boss here. This guy's got a canny mind for business. Well,
one doesn't run the business by giving things away for free.
Oh, no, indeed, one does not.
One does not.
Hey, we're gonna roll for a charisma check.
On who?
On Dan. That is a nat 20, my friend. You are so successful with this offering. Oh, blown away. Amazing.
Oh my God. That makes me say, I gotta give you this fan just on principle for the
I
way
take back everything I said. I'm so impressed right now.
Look at that right there. And perhaps would you like the hat off my head?
I would love that.
I mean, it's... I guess I would.
All right. I'm gonna take it off now.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, there we are.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that has changed your entire countenance.
Beautiful.
It's excellent. Well, without that fan, I have no more stock to sell. Goodbye.
Enjoy your push pop.
Gerald.
Yes, Geraldine.
So.
I mean, Francine. I'm sorry.
We talked about.
I got a new head on my.
You need to call me by my full name, Wanda Francine. Okay.
I'm not sure I need to do much, Francine. I'll tell you what though. I'm feeling pretty chilled out now. So.
Really?
If you want, you can go ahead and take the broken fan home.
Gerald, I am going to think about giving you a raise. How about?
I think I just given myself a raise.
And scene. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful work from our players. Excellent. Now, I got another... we got so many suggestions left. Oh, it's so... what a healthy... You guys have been a great chat room. You know that? I just have to say, it's really inspiring to see so much interactivity from this. That was the weird thing about these Zoom things. We're like, how do we even do this? And now we actually get engagement from the chat on there. It's really... You're keeping me sane. This is like the only thing I do all week. I don't have a job anymore. Good God. All right. We're gonna do another scene. Let's get another piece of art too. Why not? Get another piece of art up there.
All right, there you go. Another one for my sketches.
Ooh.
Yeah, what's that?
Wow.
Start with a breathing exercise.
Ooh.
Yeah, thing there. I love it.
Very meditative.
Meditative.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Let's get a suggestion. Oh God. Let's see. All right. Let's see. A suggestion from IESCHE. We're gonna go with.
Yes.
Well, the mall, of course. The mall, of course. Does that mean you're in the mall, or someone says the mall? Of course. It's up to the players. It's improv. But so, the mall, of course, is inspiration as well as this work of art from our guest Ike. Start with a breathing exercise on this little picture of a fly amid what to me looks like a window pane, but can look like whatever you like. Let's start off with Jacob and Carrie. Feel free to pop in, and anyone else can pop in. But let's start with Jacob by himself in this scene.
Oh.
Hello.
All right. Son of a bitch!
Sir, can I help you find a book?
Yeah, do you have any paperbacks, anything used, anything that I could toss at the ceiling?
Sir, this is a Borders. We don't sell used books.
Okay.
We have a coffee bar.
Yeah, I know you got a coffee bar. I don't understand the point of a bookshop. If you can't sit down, you can't enjoy some peace and quiet, and you can't read a book, you got the sound of coffee grinding, you got flies. all up in this place. It's just the most unbelievable thing, you know.
Sorry, I had to leave for a second there. You have a problem with our fly associate? Is that what I'm hearing?
Okay, I don't have a problem that the fact that they are a fly. I'm the fact that they are just being very loud about it.
I can't put up with this, Sarah.
Jacob, we're gonna have you roll for charisma so you don't start a scene in the Borders at the mall. Yeah, that's not gonna do it, bud. They don't like you very much right now.
Oh, boo! You're gonna boo me. Oh, boo!
I'm gonna leave immediately.
Sir.
I told you that having me in the front just wasn't gonna work. You know, people just aren't ready for a fly.
You know, Frederick, they've got to be. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words because I thought that in Omaha, Nebraska, we were more open-minded than this. And I feel personally embarrassed as your manager to have put you in this situation.
I don't even know what I did wrong. I was just trying to get this guy's attention to see if he needed help with anything.
Well, you know, it's like he's never been in a Borders before.
Okay.
Hospitality is what we offer.
Exactly.
Well, I can't get.
You got the coffee bar. You can stand in a corner against the bookshelf reading.
I just have to thank you. I was looking
Grisham.
for some more cooking books, and this fly led me right there to your section.
Well, thank you so much, sir. That's Frederick. You know, if you
Thank you.
take a business card from up front, it'll give you a website that you can go to where you can print out a survey, fill it in about Frederick, and then mail it back to him.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do every one of those steps.
We think people do.
What a great model. All right.
It really is.
Okay, yeah. I Frederick, I'm okay. I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Whew, do a breathing exercise. Okay.
Oh, do you need a book about that?
Well, do you have a book about that?
Yeah, I could take you there.
Frederick.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to go into the back and probably not come back for a little while.
They travel through the aisles of the bookstore.
All right, here's the breathing exercises. Actually, it's not, you little shit. Listen, okay, I need this job. God damn it. I got 500 kids that are expecting me to bring home the bacon.
This the guy, Frederick?
This is the guy. This is the guy trying to get me fired.
Look, I'm not trying to get him fired. I was merely yelling at him. Look.
Yeah, yelling at me in front of my boss.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Davis, we're gonna roll for the effectiveness of this attack before you do it. I was about to ask what your AC was, but I know this will hit. It's an 18, so you go ahead and just whap away.
I'm gonna hit my buddy with a rolled up little magazine. Let's see how you like it.
Yeah. Oh, get him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'm glad he's in the self-help section because he's gonna have to help himself.
Okay.
Right.
That was
No
my
friends
favorite.
here.
That was my favorite eye. Okay. Okay. Look, I'm not trying to get your friend fired by any chance.
Roll for deception. They see through your lies.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to get your friend fired. Okay.
Yeah.
Who sent you?
Who sent you? Unleash me. I'll just come out and say it. I don't like flies.
Sir, I heard you from back there, and we do not tolerate that kind of hate speech against our employees in these borders. Or any other borders for
I'm sorry. Did I just hear hate speech? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
try to help someone.
Yeah.
Really? Somebody
You're in trouble now. Police infamously hate speech.
It's true.
Oh,
They care
man.
about representation.
You know what,
Oh,
officer? I
man.
saw him attacking himself to try to incriminate me.
Wow.
You know,
Low blow.
we have cameras in this store.
I'm gonna need the Fly and Carrie to make a deception roll, so I'm gonna roll twice. Okay, Fly, you're good. Carrie, that is a 4. You know the cameras don't work.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. We have cameras in this store.
Those don't work.
Good cameras?
Those don't work.
Oh, I get it. Wink.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Sorry, wink.
Look, the one that's trained on wild things in our DVD VHS section works. I think most people here might be too young to understand what I mean by that, but one of them works.
Look, buddy. Gonna try one more time. My friend says you're not the first one to try this. Who sent you in here? Who sent you to Borders?
And we're gonna roll for intimidation. It all comes down to this. It's a 19. You're terrified, Jacob. Absolutely terrified.
I ask you once. I'm gonna do this. Sent you to
He changed his
Borders.
glasses.
I don't know.
Who sent you to Borders? I can do this all day.
You can do it all day.
Hey, okay. Was it Frederick?
Yeah.
Was it your name? Okay. You're the best employee that Borders has ever had, and everybody knows it. And as soon as your 500 children grow up, I mean, you guys are gonna you're gonna just destroy the competition. I was hired by a man named... He might be listening. Jeff.
Son of a.
Jeff.
He runs an online bookstore.
Oh, Jeff.
He's been on our radar for a while.
He
Wait.
wants to take you down.
Oh, that guy. I was worried you were here for B. Dalton.
Yeah, they're the big.
Yeah.
He's bad too. Yeah.
He's
And there-
Fly.
Oh, and it's just Jeff. This guy's just from Jeff. It almost makes him seem cuter.
Jeff. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even
yeah.
gonna press any charges.
No, I'm telling you, Bill,
You're good?
is really, he's scary. He's a scary guy.
Does he have a? Does he have?
It's 1998. What could bring down Borders
I mean,
books?
I mean, does he have a lustrous head of hair?
I've never, I can't, I'm not, I can't say. I haven't seen him in person.
He's probably not real. He's probably one of those
Probably
AIM
not.
chatbots.
I think we got nothing to fear from this Jeff guy that runs an online bookstore.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna work at this Borders for the rest of my life.
I think you are.
I think you are too,
Why?
buddy.
Here, I'll go over to the coffee bar and get you a coffee, Frederick. Do you want one too, Frederick too?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
My name's Frederick as well. I think
go get a
that's got
coffee.
mixed up in there. We're the bookstore in the mall. We're rolling in money.
God,
Now,
can't wait to get a
sure.
KB Toys. in
Coffee
here.
all around.
If you need any more help, just be sure to let me know.
Well, I'm gonna go into hiding now.
And scene.
Jeff Bezos is gonna have my brakes, my legs broke.
Logan. Briggs Logan.
My brakes, Logan.
Briggs Logan.
The name's Briggs Logan.
Oh man, you guys, we're on the pulse of the culture. You know, if they saw that back in the 90s, it would,
This is really trenchant.
On the
social
pulse
culture.
of my
Yeah.
8th grade year.
That is my sister.
Ah,
Hi,
Wow.
Jacob's
border
sister.
skirmish. Very nice.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, all right. What do you think, guys? One more short scene like that, and then a long form, or go into a longer form.
I say.
I say we just do a longer
let's get it.
form.
Let's get into that longer form.
Let's get into it. All right. So, how most of these scenes were basically one location. This is going to probably have a couple locations. It's at least going to be open to that. And these characters will have recurring characters. We'll try to remember who we are. what the stakes were. We'll try to tell like a long story. We'll see how it goes. It's always kind of an interesting, fun experience, and we'll try to make it make sense best we can, but it's always an adventure. Before we go into that, I want to remind you one last time. I want to mention this is a free show. We're going to keep it a free show, Thursdays at 7 Pacific Standard Time. There are ways you can donate. So we're going to do this long form now. I want to bring out Ike. We're going to have a short convo with him. We'll try to keep it punchy and try not to go super long, but I'm probably going to use, I'm probably going to bring back a couple suggestions from earlier and one more piece of art and a little convo. So we are going to bring a lot of stuff to bear on this and pull from it what we like. Ike, I think we danced around this. You came to rehearsal, and we dug into it. But we talked about your career as a child reporter.
For 6 years. By the time I was 20, I had been a reporter for about 6 years. I worked first through Gilroy Early College Academy's association with Gavilan College as a hard news reporter for the Gavilan Press. Now, I wasn't the only 14-year-old on the staff. I was the only 14-year-old that was delivering hard-hitting news pieces about how difficult it is to be a mom going through nursing school. And that kind of screwed me up a little bit. So I did that for a bit. And at the same time, I was sort of trying to start a band because I thought I would be like a musician. And then I was on the Art Lit Guild magazine in high school. I did some freelance work here and there, trying to, just pick up money. Being a kid in high school, I did security systems door to door. I sold security systems door to door for a bit. I worked.
Was this 14-year-old showing up?
I was at this point. Now I am 17. By the time I was selling security systems, I was 17. I had a beard and bow ties. I was really into bow ties for a bit.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta see a photo.
No,
it exists.
They're around.
Oh no.
So I did that for a bit and hated it. And then I moved to Santa Cruz, which is where I met a lot of you guys. And while I was doing the theater thing, I was also working at Cabrillo Voice as a hard news reporter, reporting on, small town politics. I was also working with the Register Pajaronian. Now I'm 18, 19. I was doing that. I reported on muggings. I wrote obituaries for a couple of months. I went to high profile funerals for Cabrillo.
What was the highest profile funeral you went to?
Ooh.
The highest profile funeral I went to for work
Sure, or fun, or play. Or work or play.
Well, I lived right next to a cemetery at the time, so I walked through a lot of, or I'd like to say I walked around a lot of funerals, but I walked through a bunch on accident without paying attention. But for work, my highest profile was probably like the head. She was like the head file keeper for Cabrillo College, and there was.
Ooh la la!
It was a tearjerker. Yeah, I shook someone's hand that was like mayonnaise. It was really strange. That's what stuck with me from that. I don't remember the woman's name. I do remember the person whose hand I shook, and yeah. Anyway, so I did that for a bit, and while I was writing obituaries, the reason they had me, I was supposed to be just an intern, but I ended up being a reporter, a book reviewer, and an obituary writer. So I did that for, I think, about 5 months for the Register Pajaronian. And the reason I was told that they didn't have a person writing the obits was because the last person got fired for writing a joke that the editor didn't catch in the obituaries. Uh-oh. So it was for a Mr. Gillette, and it said that he was survived by his wife and 3 little shavers, and Mrs. Gillette was not a fan of that. And so, I did that. I reviewed a book that
at least
was like it was
at least
pretty solid.
Say he wasn't
solid.
the best a man could get. That would have been
yeah.
awful.
And I did that for a bit. I read a 100-page like illustrated book written by a Russian woman that was about the colors of the rainbow helping kids across the world attack bears and stuff. And around the time I kind of decided to try to get out of it, or the hard news aspect of it was one of the Cabrillo senators at ASB was mugged, or allegedly mugged, by some, like, this biker gang, the Nomad Riders. So they're the Ghost Mountain Riders Nomads, which is like a whole thing. And I was getting her side of the story, and she didn't want to go to the cops because allegedly a lot of these people were like fire department or were like former cops and vets. And so I reached out to the guy. I was like, hey, like, I've got this story, my editor didn't want to publish it because, I'm 19 at this point. I reached out to the guy, and my editor's like, if we don't get a response back, we're not publishing that because that's slander. That's just straight up. And the guy called back like a couple weeks after the deadline, and he goes, this is that Eichenbaum guy. That's all lies. It's all blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, all right. And essentially he goes on to say, like, if you publish that, we're going to do exactly the thing that we're denying that we did.
Great, solid defense.
Yeah. And so I learned a lot that day about deadlines. And so I told him, hey, look, I'm not going to publish that because we missed the deadline. Your comment didn't come in on time. You didn't have time to refute it. We wanted to be fair. And he goes, oh, and he hangs up. And so then I went to work at McDonald's for a bit, and then I worked.
Did you ever hear from him again, or it's just like,
no, just disappeared.
Too late for that threat. All right, well,
too late for that.
Well,
threat.
you got me on this one.
You got me, you meddling kids. Yeah, and then I worked at McDonald's.
Would have gotten it published too if it weren't for that meddling kid.
Yeah, well. It that pays. McDonald's pays better than reporting. Fun fact. I did a couple of, I reported on some protests. I did some freelance writing here and there. And recently now I'm working on top of working on my book, which is fiction, because if I publish anything true, I'm going to get sued.
Right.
It's I'm writing opinion pieces for both my local neighborhood paper here in Seattle, Eastlake News, and for Seattle Gay News. Recently, I just published an opinion piece about TikTok and its embrace of the queer community.
Interesting. Oh, cool. So you're still keeping up the reporting bug. That's really cool. That's a lot of neat stuff to pull from. I love it. Thanks, Ike. Can you bring up one last image? Actually, I'm going to make a request for this one. I did see this one ahead of time, but there's one with like a little lemur type thing with eyes. I like that one.
Yeah, you got it, man.
I like that one. I don't remember that much. I just remember the eyes. The eyes will haunt me. So if we bring that one up.
This is another one from my my. It's just a doodle for my journal.
All right.
Oh,
this is almost a twofer.
That's what I like to be.
All right. So what's he saying there? Hello?
I'd like to borrow a book on linguistics, please.
All right. Little guy. Hello, I'd like to borrow a book on linguistics, please. And we'll take the cave witch as well. That's valid suggestion. Don't have to, but we'll take it into account as well. I'll allow it. And great. So everybody, you can keep looking on that. I'm going to grab a couple more suggestions. So I think troop members, feel free to look through the suggestions. And if anything jumps out, you can bring it in as like a little callback or whatever. I'm also, there was one that was very vivid. I think this was in response to where can we, yes, from Christine Mafness. I don't know that I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Christine Mafness suggested, I think this is in reply to where can we find you on like a Wednesday night? Every Wednesday, you can find me sunning on the Riviera like I'm a pretentious novel from high school AP English. You can find me on the Riviera every Wednesday like I'm in a pretentious novel. Also, someone else says drinking in the parked car. So you can put that into play as well. All of those, or some, will show up. Maybe in our long form story. Go into it now. We take you now to the sunny Riviera.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Welcome to the café. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez, monsieur?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
C'est un café?
Look, cut the bullshit. I want your strongest alcohol you got.
American, no? We have something I think you like is raspberry pucker.
Sounds promising. What are the 5 other options?
Sour apple pucker. Butterscotch pucker.
Okay, I see a pattern.
Malibu rum.
Oh.
And champagne.
Champagne. Oh, God. Well, ordinarily I'd say champagne. I do have something to celebrate. But start off with some champagne, and if it goes well, maybe I'll try something else. I don't know if you have a recommendation from the house, but can I just get a glass of champagne, and then you can give it to anyone else. Polish it off. Anyone else in the bar can have some.
Oh, well, here's your champagne.
There we go. Thank you.
And who's this? Is this your girlfriend?
Oh, come on out, hon. There you go.
She would like some champagne also. There you go.
She's
You
shy.
look like you could use some butterscotch pucker in that champagne, yes?
For crap.
American. Yes.
Hey,
please.
barkeep. Give me want some Tears of the Push Pop.
It's a good
American?
whiskey.
Another American?
And
Yeah.
he is, how do you
Hey.
say, continental American.
Continental American. So, a regular?
Means I'm from the continent, or the continent of America,
Okay.
I think.
Which part of the continent?
It means he tips well.
Oh, there we go. Thanks.
Oh, I have
Not
to...
American.
Oh.
Well, I don't
I'm
know
gonna
about
go
any
on
of
my
you.
break,
All right. Thank you, Garcon.
which means smoke ahead.
Well,
Merci.
everyone, I think this new story I got, I'm a reporter.
Very
New
good.
story is going to come out in the New York Times. It's going to blow
Gonna be
some
huge.
doors. Thank you, hon. It's going to blow some doors wide open.
Yeah.
Want to celebrate with me over there, friend?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know why you opened up to a stranger, but okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'm just feeling it.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. It's great to be a reporter.
You report on anything super special right now?
Oh,
Tell him, honey.
well, I was doing a little research into, I don't know if I should say it's coming out on Monday.
But it's so cool what you
Come
do.
on. You can't start, not tell me.
Well, it's about the way, it's about the linguistics industry.
Who's this?
Now, linguistics books, the English language, any language.
Am I the only one who sees this fella right here? I feel like
It's just cleaning up the table, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's
One
just
time.
staff. It's just
I'm not
staff.
used to
Do
that.
not mind me. Oh, please, American.
Yeah. So you'll read about it on Monday, like I says, but it seems that there's been some mischief occurring in the linguistics community, and some of these books are been being published that are actually kind of mistranslating things willfully.
Excuse me.
But he doesn't look suspicious at all, honey. I'm a reporter. My keen eyes would pick up something suspicious.
Well, your keen eyes need to get their keister in gear.
Bonjour, madame, monsieur. Comment allez-vous? How can I help you? I am just over here, cleaning the tables, cleaning the bar, talking to...
She seems to believe that you're listening to our conversation.
That's it, yes. Oui. Maybe no.
Oh, maybe?
It's the Riviera, you can never tell.
That's true. That is what they say about the Riviera.
Yeah.
That sounds like a load of hogwash garbage.
Oh, honey.
Garbage.
These Americans with their beautiful linguistic
Say, wait a minute.
witticisms.
What book is that sticking out of your pocket?
This book?
Cotton, honey.
Yeah.
This book?
That book. Are you creeping? No. Now he's like leaning over.
What kind of guy is this guy? Very strange.
And now I'm starting to think this is suspicious.
Yeah, okay.
This
I'm starting to see
book?
it.
I know not what you mean.
My keen reporter's eyes definitely sense a book in your
he's
pocket,
keen.
sir.
No.
If it's a linguistics book.
Might be a linguistic book.
Come on. I'm going to reach in.
Get it, honey.
That's-
Get it.
Oh, come on. Now read it back. Now read this title back to me. Come on, I can tell. Read it so we can all know.
It is the wind
Mm-hmm.
and the willies.
The wind and the... Damn it,
is how it
man, you're a
translates
spy
into
from the
English.
industry. The wind and the willies, this is the bullshit I've been talking about. We're going to take big linguistic translation down a couple of
Linguistics.
pegs.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Not
I
the
say we-
wind
I-
it's not the wind and the willies.
They've also
it's the wind and
got-
the willows.
They've also got the book on Sartre, if you would like it. It is...
What's it called?
It's existentialism and ice cream instead of existentialism and isolation.
Okay, so
A
you
treatise
actually
on
know what
Sartre.
they're doing, and
No,
you're actively complicit.
Complicit. Wait. Yes, I was going to deny it, but I do not see. Now that you have caught me.
What turned you down this route? What turned you down this path?
Well,
Is it
when I
one
was-
specific memory that you could share with us?
Oh,
It
I
is.
sense a flashback.
Yes, we will have to flash back to my grandmother.
Flashback to this Frenchman at his grandmother's house.
Maman.
Oui. Mon
maison.
cher.
Why is language so elusive? Why is it so hard to understand one another? Why must we scrounge at the very fabric of our being? Why can I not make just puns? Why is a pun frowned upon? Let us say I want to say a man walks into a bar, no?
Oui.
This is a premise, but it is also a punchline. I have heard a man walks into a bar.
What is it you say, boy?
Ah,
Me, your
Jacques.
papa.
Papa!
Jacques! The boy is asking about humeur.
Humor.
Tu ne le comprends pas. Continuez, mon cher.
I wish to be a
A
little
man
tour.
walks into a bar, eh?
And he says, ouch.
I would like champagne.
No,
Oh.
he says, ouch. He is hit.
What is this? What is this sound? This.
Oh, because he steps on a ballerina and she kicked him because he walked into a ballerina.
Boy.
You are playing. You
Boy.
are playing. Yeah.
He's crickets.
Oui, papa.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. He's the French crickets. They go chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Oui, oui. I've heard it many times before, papa. You want nothing.
Nothing to do with language. I barely want to communicate with anyone.
French crickets go shout, shout.
Chirp, 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 chirp,
The
chirp,
French
chirp, chirp, chirp.
cats go meow.
Meow.
The French dog, un chien, il dit waf, waf.
Waff, waff.
Et
This the language.
cochon.
This is the language we should be decoding.
Le cochon, il dit
These people.
honk, honk.
You should decode the
French.
honk of the goose. Chirp,
no.
chirp.
No,
The
What do
cricket.
you
honk.
call?
Jacques, le honk of the cochon. The honk.
If I could understand the honk, I would know.
It's a pig. It goes honk, honk.
I would
What do you
understand if
call-
I could understand. Boy, shoo. I'm drunk in French. Let me tell you my sad parental story of failure. Make this a memory. You
We'll make this a
remember.
memory to tell some Americans someday.
However you like. If you ever come to decode the farm animals, maybe I would know.
Pardon, mon
Why did my farm fail, boy? Why did my farm
Il
fail?
faut que je
know
parle
that,
parce
papa.
qu'il faut que je fume. Oui. Tu me comprends? Oui.
Human linguistics. Nothing. Back to
Flashback.
So you see, that is how my confusing and sad upbringing. My farming father who hated puns and wanted the animal farm decoded. My mother who was full of ennui all the time. I just wanted to make jokes and to infiltrate the international book marché. For instance, one of my works. What do you call a cat in a French house? Le chat in le chateau. You see, it is funny here in. I'm working on it. This is the crickets, as my father would say.
Oh, yeah.
She gets it.
She gets it. She does get it.
You see, so that is why I must hear what you have to say about. Did they ever mention anyone? Any literateurs, perhaps, say Renard? Le Renard?
The Renard?
Just out of curiosity.
The fox Renard?
Oui. Tis
Well,
I.
that, as a matter... You're Renard the fox.
Yes. Oui.
You were one of my sources. We never met. We corresponded via... Well, we left books in the library, and you would leave notes, and I would then take them out. Like a week later, I would check them out, old-timey style.
I
Yes,
want to get a
and-
picture really quick of you guys.
Oh, you can read, yeah, with me, with my confidential source. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Back here.
There we go in the
There we go.
scrapbook. Okay. Good.
I never could figure out the name of the head of this conspiracy. The CEO at the top of this linguistic corruption. You know the man of which I speak? Of course,
I know
in
the
hushed
man.
tones. Yeah.
I know the man of which you speak. He is a gentleman. An American like yourselves.
An American like myself.
That's a good luck for us.
Yes, interesting clue. They have
He
any
used
other notes?
He used to have long, luxurious locks. But now he is bald and rich and buff. His name? It is Jeff. I must say this to you in person, and I must say it to you quickly. And so I have.
That's true, he did. He just did now.
You are so mysterious.
Wow. I mean, I guess we're all implicated in this. So let's get some IDs. Now, you're Renard, the fox.
Yes. I have reason to suspect.
I am Portnoy is my name, the reporter. You know that. I'm just establishing it. Especially this is my girlfriend,
We got
Tina.
Portnoy, Tina, Renard.
You. I never got
and
your
the
name.
mysterious
This
stranger.
mysterious fellow American over here that we met at the bar.
The Continental, honey.
Name's Jason.
Oh, you're Jason. Okay, Jason.
Not
Jason.
that one though.
Oh.
Not that one.
Yeah. You I've never really noticed. You're actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you're pretty well built yourself. I'm not coming on to you. I'm just making climactic observations.
I noticed it.
No, I feel I'm well built. Obviously, I spend
Good spot,
a
honey.
fair amount of money, and underneath this beanie, as you would imagine, I have a lot of hair.
You do, huh?
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Now, mon ami, of course, we are all friends here. We are all friends here.
I'm sorry. Did we all just see what I saw? Or
it must be the reality bender, the millionaire, the billionaire known as
Jeff, the reality bender.
Jeff.
Who controls the linguistics industry.
You got me.
You're that guy on the moon.
You got me. You saw through my fake tears. They were good, weren't they?
They were.
Good, yeah.
Did you take acting classes? Was that here?
Oh,
at
a
the
couple at a
Riviera?
community theater here and there.
Oh, you remembered some of the lessons.
That's
You know,
nice. That's nice.
yes.
Well, what did you
Listen,
do? Come here to crush the story?
Say I came here just to relax well, relaxing is for me is crushing people's dreams and hopes. But I gotta say, I don't know your story, but your upbringing and your family, and it really did put it got me, and I don't know. I don't know. I think I crushed too many businesses. Have I seen too many people's hopes shatter and fall and crumple like a wet spider?
Are you saying what I'm thinking you're saying, Jeff?
What is he seeing?
The thing that you heard what the fox says?
What does the fox see?
Yep.
Yep.
You know the code. The code that brings all of my dreams to fruition.
Holy cow.
You know how to decode the animal farm.
Ew.
I don't know if I can, but I know somebody who can do it.
Crazy
Is it the one man we haven't seen yet?
It is. I keep him hidden in my boat. His name is Giuseppe.
Oh, that's a fun name. Giuseppe. Huh.
Straight to the top.
Renard, part of me feels like this is the end of your climactic journey, your hero's tale. Do you want me to come too, or would you like to confront Giuseppe yourself?
You should be there to report the truth.
I respect that.
You should report the truth, for we may not make it out alive. Giuseppe
Oh, God.
is a tough customer.
Oh, should I come, honey? I mean,
No, Tina, you know where I've got the backups of the story. You need to stay and make sure this goes to print if I don't come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, guard the backup.
Also, we haven't paid the bill yet to that French
Oh, for Christ.
waiter, and I don't want to.
Okay,
No, I don't want them to get the wrong idea. All right. So, Jeff.
Let's go to my boat.
Pardon? Anybody ready for another round? That guy who called me garçon, even though I am clearly pas de garçon.
Hey, sweetheart, I just dropped a whole bunch of cash on the table around you.
Merci, monsieur.
Cut to the boat.
Get out.
Climb. That was me climbing onto the boat.
Yes, we all saw it. Thank you. It's
tall boat.
You a feat of athletics for one of your stature, monsieur.
People don't think. Yeah, reporters don't get out much.
And they are all about 5'8".
Yeah.
It's just rules. It's
the rules.
Where's this Giuseppe character?
I don't know. He's usually right here in the cabin. Giuseppe.
Yes.
Giuseppe. Do you know what the fox said?
Who are these people, Jeff?
Reporter. And
Portnoy. This man is my confidential informant. I assume you know already. Reynard the fox.
Giuseppe, it has been a...
Okay, I'm gonna start.
A bit of a long time.
Yes, it has, Renard, ever since I bought your father's farm.
I'm gonna keep writing it down.
Thank you. And soon after that, my father, he bought the farm in a metaphorical way.
What a tragedy.
Truly.
Flashback to that day. Oi. Today, I am going to buy this farm literally, and only in that way. I foresee no situation in which this becomes a tragic metaphor for the events of this day. Oh, wait. There is a car with blacked out windows going by. I wonder what brings them here to the...
No, Papa, do not do it!
Boy! Did you hear?
Papa.
Do you hear the sound? It is the sound of the French gunshots. Pew 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 pew.
Giuseppe. Giuseppe!
Back to the present day.
And so you see, I'm here to, how you say, avenge my father's death. You know, the normal stuff. But also because I need a book translated for him. It's not too hard. I understand this is a tense moment between the two of us, a little awkward.
Jeff, I told you this boat was a nomad line. And you've made me very mad.
Oui. I am not going to apologize, Giuseppe. You
No,
killed my
what
father.
do you need translated for me on this day? This pleasant day on the Riviera.
My father wanted a copy of Animal Farm translated because he believed it held the secrets of how to properly run an animal farm. Misguided, mayhaps. He was not a literate man. And he
It only
gave
makes
promise.
sense. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. This is the voice.
Even
of
now, I hear the voice of my father exposing in
Why
my...
would he name it that? Why would he name it that? Why else would he name it that?
I need this torment to end, Giuseppe. It was his life's dream, that and being a shitty father. He did a pretty good job, but we need the
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Papa, you torment me!
Dad,
Please.
Can we do this one favor for you?
Thank you.
I want you to know one thing about your father. He was not wrong. Animal Farm does indeed hide the code to running the perfect farm. But only when translated into the language of the animals within.
So Pink Floyd had it right. That's what I'm hearing.
Go. Meow.
They attempted to release the secret, and I had them sued for slander.
As you do. Interesting. Thank you, Giuseppe. I will take my leave now. Knowing you will fulfill this promise and never double-cross me or murder me on the way out.
Of course not.
Of course not. Farewell.
Get the car windows that are tinted ready.
Bernard, I have a bad feeling about this.
It is fine. He is a Frenchman. We have Frenchmen with Italian names sometimes, and we keep our words. I trust him wholeheartedly.
What was that? Sounds like an animal. Is that a frog?
Yes.
I see grass. I don't see a frog, but what does the frog say? Croak. Hold on. Give me that copy of Animal Farm, real quick.
Here you go. It is hideous. This frog.
I think it's kind of cute. According to Animal Farm, it says they're going to jump off the boat now. Just as they hit the water, an explosion follows as that Giuseppe's boat is engulfed in flames. Oh God, I washed up on the beach.
You did. I'm on my way.
Okay, you can make it. You can a couple more steps through there.
I did not learn how to swim very well.
Oh, you did pretty good.
Thank you.
That frog. It's funny. In the end, your terrible father's theory was correct, and we were saved.
By listening to the language of the animals.
It all makes perfect sense.
I'm just overjoyed.
I know, right?
Birds do it. Bees do it.
Bees do it. Even common fleas do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's start a linguistic insurrection.
Let's start the linguistic insurrection. And the end. There we go, folks. There we are. Is he a perfect, a wonderful, clear story, perfectly told? Like, what more could you ask for? Intrigue, adventure, frogs, mistranslations. This one really had it all. And it stemmed from, we couldn't have done it without you, our audience, with your wonderful suggestions, and without our special guest, Alexander Valenti Eichenbaum. Ike, coming out, just run around the room, take a victory lap. There we go. There he is. There he goes. Yep. One. We did it all for you. If you got a chuckle out of anything you saw, feel free to hit us up at Venmo at your friends. And I'm also going to put in the buy me a coffee thing. It's a donation. It does help us out a lot.
I don't drink coffee.
I'm trying to find the link in the YouTube. There it goes. It's in the chat now. Or just enjoy it. Ike, Ben, I have to thank one more person for all of this. As always, our producer, Ben, who does his wonderful behind-the-scenes magic and makes it look and sound fantastic. Ben, we had a link for Ike's stuff. Can we put that up in another lower third, or did we put that up earlier? I think it was to a link tree. He's got a number of things where people can check out his work. Including January Boys podcast. I think it's got some of your articles, or a link to where you do some of your writing.
There's a link to my blog. There's a link to my other personal podcast called the Creeping Thoughts Podcast, which I just ramble and it's supposed to be relaxing, but I've been told it can be kind of upsetting sometimes. So
that's
fun.
what podcasts are for.
That's what they're
love
for.
upsetting.
Excellent.
This is the show for you.
There we go.
Yeah, and
Do you like
a couple other things like
ASMR
bands
that
and
makes you
stuff.
feel bad?
Yes. I mean, no.
There we
Yeah,
go. Well, we like Ike. We hope you like Ike. And thanks, Ike, for coming on this show. This was a blast. I really enjoyed having you on, and I enjoyed our weird inspiration from the suggestions and your crazy art.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Brilliant. All right. And with that, I think that's it for this week. Next week, we will have our guest pre-planned. It is Elijah Stoll, a comedian and a musician. So tune in next week as well for that. Elijah Stoll, and play us out.